was a child of quiet roads, a wanderer with empty hands. But hunger teaches desperate truths, and so I listened where I stand. A voice beneath the hollow earth, a tongue older than breath and bone. It offered power for a price I thought I faced alone. But promises are chains in silk, and secrets always find their mark. I thought I owned the voice I heard, but it was waiting in the dark. It was the whisper that broke me, soft as winter on my skin, a vow carved in my heartbeat that I cannot silence again. I traded fear for fire, but the fire's burning me. Oh gods, I'm still the prisoner of the whisper that broke me. It speaks in dreams I cannot flee, in every shadow by my side. It tells me what I must become, not what remains of who I tried. My friends still call me by my name, but that name flickers like a flame. For every spell I cast tonight feels less like strength and more like blame. The pact was inked in more than blood, it seeped into my very soul. I thought I'd rise above my fear, but now the fear is in control. It was the whisper that broke me, the promise I let in, a shadow draped around me where my courage once had been. I begged for just a fragment of the power I could see. Now everything I am is what the whisper made of me. If freedom has a language, I've forgotten every word. For silence is a stranger when his voice must still be heard. But if there's strength in breaking the darkness of the whisper that broke me. I never sought to steal the grave, nor bend the bones to heed my call. But grief can carve a bitter path when sorrow builds a crumbling wall. The first I raised was out of love, a hand I couldn't bear to lose. But magic born from shattered hearts will twist the truth you try to choose. Now every night the earth grows thin, I feel the dead beneath my feet. They stir whenever I draw breath, as if my pulse commands their beat. They rise because of me. Not fate, not gods, not prophecy. Each soul I call unearths the guilt I swore I'd never let them see. My hands became a doorway where none were meant to be. The dead return in silent steps, and they rise because of me. They gather in the moonlit dust, a quiet army formed from pain. Their hollow eyes reflect my past like mirrors soaked in ghostly rain. They do not blame, they do not weep, their hearts no longer beat or break. But in their stillness lies a truth that I can't run from, can't unmake. For every life the grave reclaimed, I tore the veil to set them free. But freedom bound to borrowed flesh is nothing but a tragedy. They rise because of me, a burden shaped by memory. I hear their steps behind my own, a walking hymn to misery. To bind them to fate's cold tyranny, yet still they march where I command and rise because of me. If love had not betrayed my heart, would I have learned this cursed art? If loss had not unmade my soul, would I have tried to fill the hole? I walk between what death forgave and what the living could not see. A shepherd to the sleepless grave, a keeper of eternity. They rise because of me, but now I fall. way to keep their spirits wandering free. Then let the world condemn me, let judgment fall like tide or tree. For I'll endure 1,000 sins if they rise because of me. The morning used to welcome me, its golden warmth across my brow. But now the dawn feels distant, cold, a stranger to the oath I vowed. I carry years of holy wars, their echoes carved into my chest, and every wound that should have healed still burns beneath my battered vest.
They say that faith is endless fire, a flame no shadow could undo.
But flames will dim when hearts grow tired, and mine is losing all its hue. This is the light that fades in me, a glow once bright as heaven's gate. It flickers like a dying prayer, a hope too fragile to translate. I kneel but feel no answer come, no warmth, no trust, no clarity, only the quiet certainty. This is the light that fades in me. I've stood before unholy kings, faced horrors mortals dare not speak, yet none have chilled my soul as much as knowing faith can feel this weak. My brothers raise their banners high, their voices strong in sacred hymns, while I stand lost among their ranks, a weary ghost in armor's rims.
I pray to gods I once believed, my whispers more like trembling pleas.
For even saints can fall from grace when burdened by their memories. This is the light that fades in me, a lantern struggling in the rain. I clutch it tight with shaking hands, though every spark escapes again. If holiness demands perfection, then I was never meant to be. For I can feel the quiet truth the light is fading out of me.
But fading doesn't mean it's gone.
A dying star still warms the night.
Perhaps the gods don't ask for more
than honest hearts that choose to fight. So if my glow is faint at best, let it shine where it matters most. For even embers hold a strength to guide the lost, defend the ghost.
This is the light that fades in me, but still I lift it to the sky. Though dim it burns with what remains of every oath I cannot hide.
A wounded faith, a humble flame that hopes the dawn will one day see. Not all that's lost is gone for good. Not all that fades is meant to be. Never meant to wear the mask, but life is cruel to honest men. The streets taught me to shape my smile, to twist the truth and breathe again. A harmless lie becomes a shield, a sharpened word, a stolen name. And slowly, piece by piece, I built a version of myself to blame. But every tale I spun for them became a thread around my heart, until I couldn't tell apart the me I was and what I art. It was a lie I learned to love, a softer truth I could believe, a mask that held my shivering hands when real ones always chose to leave. I built a life of crafted smiles, a story no one could above, and somewhere in the web I wove was born the lie I learned to love. They say rogues lie to get ahead, to trick, deceive, to take and run. But liars often lie the most, to shield a part they can't outrun. I used to think I played the world, a clever fox, a silver tongue. But now I know the cruelest trick was thinking lies could keep me young. The truth was heavy, sharp as glass, so I replaced it with a song, a tale where I was someone else, someone who never could belong. It was a lie I learned to love, a comfort woven out of fear, a whisper saying you're enough, when no real voice was ever near. But lies are seeds in barren soil, they bloom tell the truth from the lie you learn to love. If I could strip the mask away, would there be anything beneath, or just the hollow of a man who lost himself to his own myth? Perhaps the truth is something small, a fragile spark I still might save, if I can learn to face myself without the stories that I gave. It was a lie I learned to love, but love built solely on disguise will crumble when the dawn arrives, and shadows fail to hide my eyes. So let me try for once to breathe without the tales I'm guilty of, to find the man I buried deep under the lie I learned to love.
I was a child of quiet roads, a wanderer with empty hands. But hunger teaches desperate truths, and so I listened where I stand. A voice beneath the hollow earth, a tongue older than breath and bone. It offered power for a price I thought I faced alone. But promises are chains in silk, and secrets always find their mark. I thought I owned the voice I heard, but it was waiting in the dark. It was the whisper that broke me, soft as winter on my skin, a vow carved in my heartbeat that I cannot silence again. I traded fear for fire, but the fire's burning me. Oh gods, I'm still the prisoner of the whisper that broke me. It speaks in dreams I cannot flee, in every shadow by my side. It tells me what I must become, not what remains of who I tried. My friends still call me by my name, but that name flickers like a flame. For every spell I cast tonight feels less like strength and more like blame. The pact was inked in more than blood. It seeped into my very soul. I thought I'd rise above my fear, but now the fear is in control. It was the whisper that broke me, the promise what the whisper made of me. If freedom has a language, I've forgotten every word. For silence is a stranger when his voice must still be heard. But if there's strength in breaking all the chains we swore to keep, then let this be my final plea before the pact swallows me deep. It was the whisper that broke me, but breaking's how I heal. If I must burn the bond away, then let the heavens feel. For every curse inside me, for all I'll never be, I stand against the darkness of the whisper that broke me. The weight of steel grows heavier, though once it felt like second skin. The shield I carried proudly now trembles where my scars begin. I used to think endurance meant that pain was something I could tame. But years of war have carved the truth. No mortal walks out quite the same. I've stood through storms and burning fields, through fear no soldier wants to meet. But now each step reminds me of the strength that's slipping from my feet. This is the strength I cannot keep, a fading ember growing weak. The fire that once fueled my blade now flickers every time I speak. I'm fighting not to fall apart, to guard the vows I swore to keep. But even heroes weep at night for strength they cannot keep. The younger men look up to me, a veteran of endless wars. They do not see the quiet truth, the shaking hands, the hidden sores. I teach them courage, teach them stance, yet hide the breaking in my bones.
often wear a mask to keep their soldiers feeling whole. If courage blooms in fragile hearts, then mine is just a wilted seed. I pour out everything I have, yet never fill the wounds that bleed. This is the strength I cannot keep, a burden aging deep within. And though I hold the battle line, my body yields beneath my skin. I've stood too long, I've bled too much. My shadows gather in a heap. I mourn the power once I wielded, the strength I cannot keep. But maybe strength is more than might, more than the muscle, blade, or cry. Perhaps it lives in choosing when to bow the head and not deny. If fate has taken what I had, then let it take what's left with grace. For even weakened warriors earn peace within a resting place. This is the strength I cannot keep, but losing it won't end my fight. For in the fading of my flame, I find a gentler kind of light. I stand here not for victory, but for the ones I vow to keep. Even if I do so shaking, with strength I cannot keep. The arcane river flows in me, a current wild and unrestrained. I taste the sparks along my skin, I hear the whispers uncontained. They say a mage commands his craft, that knowledge chains the storm within. But every tome I've ever read can't calm the trembling in my hands. For power blooms with hungry roots, and even wisdom fails to soothe the truth I learned the day I saw magic take a step from me in fear.
Magic fears me too. It shivers when I call its name. It knows the fire in my blood could turn the world to smoke and flame. I see the runes recoil in light, the sigils shift like they withdrew. For I am not the only one who's terrified of what I do.
I've watched enchantments lose their form and wards unravel at my touch. I've seen illusions scream awake as if my presence was too much. The elders warned I walk a line where mortal breath and chaos meet, a boundary fragile as the dust that trembles underneath my feet. I mastered spells with shaking voice, but mastery is not control. For sometimes magic moves away as though it fears my fractured soul.
Magic fears me too. It dims when I begin to weave, as if it senses in my heart a deeper storm it can't relieve. I feel its tension in the air, like thunder choosing where to fall. And in that stillness, truth appears. Magic fears the strength I call. What mage am I if even spells refuse the shape I ask them hold? What future waits for one whose gift is far too fierce to roar, too bold? Yet in the fear I find a spark, a fragile trust I might renew. For power isn't born from wrath, but from the courage to be true.
Magic fears me too, but still it answers when I plead. A fragile pact of trembling hands between the force and what I need. And though we dance on shards of fate, I'll learn to guide it as it grew. For I am more than fear alone, and magic learns from me as I learn from it too. I walk where every lantern dims, where whispers cling to crooked stone. The alleys carve my legacy, a life the daylight's never known. I used to think the dark was safe, a place to hide my trembling fears. But shadows learn to recognize the footsteps they've received for years. And now they greet me like an old companion shaped from smoke and blame. For every lie I've ever lived, the shadows learn to speak my name. The shadows know my name. They echo it in muted breath, a silent choir that follows me through every theft and every death. I try to run from who I am, but masks fall off in torn Thieves' Guild marks me as their own, a ghost with quick and patient hands. But underneath the agile grin lies someone no one understands. I carved a life from secrecy, from sleight of hand and half-told tales. But every trick I played on them left deeper cuts beneath my veils. For even darkness keeps a truth that rogues can never fully tame, a debt that whispers in the gloom, a vow that trembles with my name. The shadows know my name. They trace it on the cobblestones, a haunting hymn that binds my steps to every path I've walked alone. And though I chase another life, the guilt inside me burns the same. For when the lanterns fail to glow, the shadows softly call my name. Yet somewhere deep within the dark, a spark remains untouched by fear, a fragment of the person lost to years of hiding, year by year. If I can learn to trust the light, to face the dawn without disdain, perhaps one day I'll choose a life where shadows need not know my name. But for tonight they follow me, these echoes of the choices made, a truth etched in the quiet night that even thieves cannot evade. For when all else has turned away and no one's left to bear the blame, the dark still whispers honestly, the shadows know your name. I set out with a steady bow, a tracker born of silent ground. The forest parted for my steps, the wind revealed each subtle sound. I followed trails of shattered bark, the scent of fear, the fading tracks. Believing I was hunting prey, but never saw what hunted back. For some pursuits are meant to scar, to carve a truth you cannot flee. And I was never quite the same after the hunt that altered me. This is the hunt that changed me. The moment something broke inside, where instinct faltered, heart stood still, and truth refused a place to hide. I faced a beast of ancient wrath, but found a mirror in its plea. A soul just trying to survive. The hunt that changed me. It wasn't claws that stopped my breath, nor fangs that set my pulse aflame. But eyes that held a quiet pain, too close to one I dared not name. In that brief pause the forest hushed, as if the world refused to turn. And I saw clearly for the first time how mercy feels before it burns. I lowered arrows meant to kill, my hands a-tremble, barely free. For in that beast's unspoken truth I saw the hunter meant to be. This is the hunt that changed me, the path that split beneath my stride, where right and wrong blurred into ash, and instinct failed to be my guide. I spared a life I feared and knew, and found compassion's rare decree, a choice that haunts me tenderly. The hunt that changed me. Now every trail I walk reminds that hearts can shift like drifting leaves, that even killers born of night know pain, no fear, know what they grieve. And though the world still calls me hunter, my bow remembers what I've seen. A moment where the wild spoke and taught me who I've truly been. This is the hunt that changed me. Its echo follows where I roam. I walk with quieter footsteps now, a kinder rhythm in my bones. For every life beneath the sky shares something wild, something free, and I will never be the same after the hunt that changed me. The earth remembers every step, each print a tale I chose to read. I followed signs through dust and dusk, through broken paths and shadowed reeds. A ranger learns to trust the land, to read the wind, to sense the night. But instinct led me far astray, to truth that hid beyond my sight. For not all trails are meant to walk, not every sign is meant to heed. Some paths will carve a deeper wound than any fang or hunter's need. These are the tracks I shouldn't follow, the ones that pulled me from the light. They led me to a bitter end, where wrong and right both blurred from sight. I chased the world, I chased myself, through forests deep and mountains hollow. But now I know the cost I paid for tracks I shouldn't follow. I tracked a beast of crimson lore, a terror whispered by the old. But deeper in the bramble dark, another story soon unfolded. For what I hunted wasn't prey, but someone I was meant to save. And by the time I knew the truth, my arrows found an early grave. I swore I'd never miss my mark, yet fate can twist a steady aim. And what I thought was righteous wrath became a hunter steeped in shame. These are the tracks I shouldn't follow, the signs I should have let decay. They led me where my judgment cracked and stole the dawn from someone's day. The forest whispers what I've done, its echoes chasing where I travel. For every path has hidden costs in tracks I shouldn't follow. If wisdom blooms from shattered truth, then let my scars become the seed. For I will tread with gentler steps and learn the weight of every deed. A ranger isn't shaped by aim, but by the heart that guides the bow. And I will honor those I failed in every place I choose to go. These are the tracks I shouldn't follow, yet still they linger in my stride. A ghost of choices carved in dirt, a wound the wild cannot hide. But through the pain I rise again, determined now with steps more hollow, to never lose another soul to tracks I shouldn't follow. I walk where lantern light won't reach, where every shadow knows my name. The steel I carry hums like grief, a quiet oath I never tamed. They call me ghost, they call me blade, but I remember every face. Each life I took still lingers here, a weight I never learned to brace. I wash in rivers cold as bone, I scrub until my skin turns red, but no water hides the truth I own. The stains are deeper than the dead. My hands were never clean, not once, not in my dreams. Every soul I severed still clings to me. I was forged in silence, sharpened by the unseen, and though the world forgets, my hands were never clean. A whispered name, a coin exchanged, that's all it takes to change a fate. But even killers fear the night, when all their ghosts begin to wake. I see them in the torchlight smoke, their eyes like wounds that never close. I swear I hear their final breaths, rising where the cold wind blows. The guilt says mercy is a lie, but mercy haunts me more each day. For in the dark I face the truth. It wasn't death that led me astray. My hands were never clean, not once, not in my dreams. Every life I ended still lingers in me. I was shaped by shadows, bound to what I've seen, and even if I'm free, my hands were never clean. If there's a God who listens to the killers and the cursed, then hear me as I whisper the confession I rehearsed. I never sought redemption, just the courage to believe that even blades like mine can learn what it means to bleed. My hands were never clean, a truth I can't unsee. But if the dawn still finds me, I'll try to breathe. For every ghost behind me and all that I have been, I walk into the light, though my hands were never clean.
They crowned me with a halo once, said I was blessed by holy grace. But no one saw the weight it bore, the scars it carved across my face. To carry light is not a gift, it's choosing fire time and time. And every miracle I cast takes something sacred I call mine. They praise the glow around my brow, but never ask what it has cost. For holiness demands a toll in pieces of the self I've lost. This is the price of my halo, a burden wrapped in golden light, a wounded prayer, a trembling flame I hold together through the night. They think it shines from purity, but truth is far too dark to show. For I have paid with blood and soul the price of my halo. I bless the weak, I heal the cursed, I raise the fallen from despair. But every time I touched their wounds, I felt my own grow deeper there. The gods demand devotion pure, yet mortals break beneath their call. And though I swore to walk their path, I learned that saints are made to fall. I've given all I had to give, my voice, my hope, my clarity. And now I wonder if the light still burns because of me. This is the price of my halo, a glory forged from quiet pain, a brilliance others celebrate, while I endure the hidden strain. They see a symbol of the gods, but not the cracks in what I show. For holiness demands its due, the price of my halo. But in the burden lies a truth, that light is strongest when it breaks. A halo isn't meant for those who never tremble, never ache. Perhaps the gods don't want perfection, just hearts that dare to rise again and carry light despite their wounds, a beacon born from mortal men. This is the price of my halo, a vow I'll bear till time is through, not spotless, pure, or absolute, but honest, fragile, tried and true. If shining means to face the dark, then let the darkness learn my glow. For I'll embrace the weight I chose, the price of my halo. I never sought to steal the grave, nor bend the bones to heed my call. But grief can carve a bitter path when sorrow builds a crumbling wall. The first I raised was out of love, a hand I couldn't bear to lose. But magic born from shattered hearts will twist the truth you try to choose. Now every night the earth grows thin, I feel the dead beneath my feet. They stir whenever I draw breath, as if my pulse commands their beat. They rise because of me. Not fate, not gods, not prophecy. Each soul I call unearths the guilt I swore I'd never let them see. My hands became a doorway where none were meant to be. The dead return in silent step, and they rise because of me. They gather in the moonlit dust, a quiet army formed from pain. Their hollow eyes reflect my past like mirrors soaked in ghostly rain. They do not blame, they do not weep, their hearts no longer beat or break. But in their stillness lies a truth that I can't run from, can't unmake. For every life the grave reclaimed, I tore the veil to set them free. But freedom bound to borrowed flesh is nothing but a tragedy. They rise because of me, a burden shaped by memory. I hear their steps behind my own, a walking hymn to misery. I never meant to bind them to fate's cold tyranny, yet still they march where I command and rise because of me. If love had not betrayed my heart, would I have learned this cursed art? If loss had not unmade my soul, would I have tried to fill the hole? I walk between what death forgave and what the living could not see. A shepherd to the sleepless grave, a keeper of eternity. They rise because of me, but now I finally see I must bear this endless weight to keep their spirits wandering free. Then let the world condemn me, let judgment fall like tide or tree. I'll endure 1,000 sins if they rise because of me. Magic crawls beneath my skin, a restless storm I never chose. It whispers when the night grows thin, it coils deep where terror grows. They say I'm blessed with arcane blood, a gift the ancient stars bestowed. But every blessing hides a price, and mine is one I never owed. For power doesn't ask permission, it only waits to be released. And spells once born do not return until their hunger finds its feast. This is the spell I should not cast, the one that haunts my trembling hands. A spark too wild to cage or tame, a fate no mortal understands. I feel it burning in my veins, a fear my courage can't outlast. For I have seen what damage blooms from spells I should not cast. I learned to speak the sacred runes, to bind the fire, calm the storm. But magic born from living souls will always rewrite its own form. There came a night I lost control, a flash of light, a broken cry, and in the ashes that remained I found the reason mages die. How many times can guilt ignite before it turns the heart to dust? How many spells must I unlearn before my power learns to trust? This is the spell I should not cast, a curse disguised in radiant glow. I fear the day my trembling breath will let the arcane overflow. For I have harmed what I hold dear, and scars like that are forged to last in memories that pierce like thorns of spells I should not cast. But even flames can learn restraint, and storms can bow to gentle hands. If I can face the core of me, the part no oath or ritual stands, perhaps I'll wield this living fire without becoming what I fear. Perhaps the spell that terrifies can one day heal instead of sear. So here I stand against the dark, my heartbeat echoing too fast. I'll guard this power with my soul and choose the truth beyond the blast. For though I tremble at its weight, I vow this fear will never last. I'll learn to rise above the spell I know I should not cast. The arcane river flows in me, a current wild and unrestrained. I taste the sparks along my skin. I hear the whispers uncontained. They say a mage commands his craft, that knowledge chains the storm within. But every tome I've ever read can't calm the trembling in my hands. For power blooms with hungry roots, and even wisdom fails to soothe. A truth I learned the day I saw magic take a step from me in fear. Magic fears me too. It shivers when I call its name. It knows the fire in my blood could turn the world to smoke and flame. I see the runes recoiling light, the sigils shift like they withdrew. For I am not the only one who's terrified of what I do. I've watched enchantments lose their form, and wards unravel at my touch. I've seen illusions scream away, as if my presence was too much. The elders warned I walk a line where mortal breath and chaos meet, a boundary fragile as the dust that trembles underneath my feet. I mastered spells with shaking voice, but mastery is not control. For sometimes magic moves away as though it fears my fractured soul. Magic fears me too. It dims when I begin to weave, as if it senses in my heart a deeper storm it can't relieve. I feel its tension in the air, like thunder choosing where to fall. And in that stillness truth appears. Magic fears the strength I call. What mage am I if even spells refuse the shape I ask them hold? What future waits for one whose gift is far too fierce, too raw, too bold? Yet in the fear I find a spark of fragile trust I might renew. For power isn't born from wrath, but from the courage to be true. Magic fears me too, but still it answers when I plead. A fragile pact of trembling hands between the force and what I need. my name with pride. The shadows were my only home, a place where broken hearts could hide. I took whatever kept me warm, a purse, a ring, a whispered chance. But every theft became a scar, etched deeper than a passing glance. They say a thief takes what he needs, but all I ever did was flee. And in the running piece by piece, I lost the man I meant to be. This is what I stole from myself, a life I never lived at all, a chance to rest, to dream, to love, a voice to answer when they call. I robbed my heart of gentler things, of hope, of truth, of someone else. And now I face the quiet cost of what I stole from myself. I used to claim the world was cruel, that fate had carved this path alone. But blame becomes a brittle crutch when every choice was mine to own. The lies I told to stay alive became the chains that held me tight. I chased a freedom built on fear and lost my soul along the flight. For every coin that touched my palm, a finer part of me would fade. And now the mirror mocks my voice with all the debts I've never paid. This is what I stole from myself, the innocence I left behind, a childhood that I never knew, a softer, uncorrupted mind. I bartered love for safer walls, I traded warmth for stealth and stealth. And now I stand here wondering what else I stole from myself. But broken lives can learn to heal, and shattered names can grow again. Perhaps the thief I've come to be can make amends with who I've been. If courage means to face the truth, then let this be my quiet plea, to build a life I never had and give back what was lost in me. This is what I stole from myself, but maybe I can still reclaim the pieces of a gentler heart that whispers softly through my shame. If I can learn to stand unmasked, to breathe without the need for stealth, then maybe I'll return at last what I stole from myself.
I use my voice to shape the world, to turn the night to silver dawn. A melody could shift a fate, a simple rhyme could right a wrong. But bardic songs are double-edged. Their beauty cuts as much as heals. And once I lose those perfect lines, I learned how sharp a lyric feels. For magic rides on every word, a truth no minstrel can outrun, and songs meant just to lift a heart can break another one undone. These are the words I wish I never sang, the verses that betrayed my will, a lullaby that led to grief, a vow that haunts me quiet still. I shaped a truth with trembling notes and watched it shatter everything. Now all that's left inside my throat are words I wish I didn't sing. I sang of love I didn't feel, of hope I didn't understand. I played a hero on the stage while shaking inside my own hands. The crowd believed in every stanza, in every dream my voice portrayed. But I was just a frightened soul who hid behind the roles I played. If honesty's the truest art, then I have failed the muse I chase, for I let melody become the mask I wore to hide my face. These are the words I wish I never sang, the story spun from borrowed breath, the charms that promise safety, yet led another to their death. I crafted beauty out of fear, but feared the truth my songs would bring. Now every note becomes a ghost of words I'll sing again with honest fire, a melody that does no harm, a truth unbound by old desire. These are the words I wish I never sang, the burdens etched in harmony, yet from the ashes of regret a gentler song may rise in me. For though I cannot change the past, I'll shape the dawn with what I bring, and trade the ghost inside my throat for words I dare again to sing.
I raised my voice in the sacred halls, a servant born of candlelight. I carried prayers like armor through the battles of the holy night. But even hymns can lose their glow, and even saints can fall to fear. For now my whispered blessings shake, and doubt is all that I can hear. They say that faith is steadfast stone, unbroken by the storm or flame. But stones can crack from weight alone, and I have only me to blame. This is when faith trembles in the quiet of my soul, when the light I follow blindly no longer feels within control. I reach for gods who once felt near, but now seem distant as the sea. And I don't know what frightens more, their silence or what's left of me. I've held the dying in my arms, I've blessed the wounds I could not heal. I've told the grieving there is hope, though hope was something I can't feel. A cleric isn't meant to break, to doubt the vows they once proclaimed. But faith is more than holy words, it's bearing truths you can't rename. And when the darkness reaches close, I find my courage growing thin. For what if light was never theirs? What if the spark was always mine within? This is when faith trembles, when even prayers begin to shake, when revelations fail to come and every blessing tastes like ache. I beg the heavens for a sign, some fragile proof of sanctity. But all I hear is whispered doubt where faith
once anchored me. Yet in the breaking of belief, a softer truth begins to rise, that faith was never meant to chain, but guide the weary through their cries. Perhaps the gods stay silent, not from judgment, loss, or apathy, but so our trembling hearts can learn to stand in fragile bravery. This is when faith trembles, but trembling doesn't mean it's gone. For even flickering candle flames can still illuminate the dawn. I'll hold this fragile light tonight and trust the truth that lets me see that faith is strongest in the hands of those who break and rise like me. The wind once knew my every breath, it carried whispers of my name. I walk the wild as if it were a childhood friend that never changed. But seasons shift and forests fade, and I've returned a stranger now, a wanderer with weathered hands who's lost the path he once knew how. For time can turn the softest grove into a shrine of memories, and all I love became a place that only lives in ancient trees. This is where the wild remembers me, in broken trails and distant leaves, in rivers shaped by former steps, in echoes only night perceives. I left my heart among the roots, a ghost of who I used to be, and now I wander seeking proof of where the wild remembers me. Hear the wolves cry differently, not warning me, but mourning me. They sense the weight I've carried home, a hunter scarred by what he's seen. I tried to hold the forest close, to walk the way I did before, but wounds have ways of changing us, and even home shuts quiet doors. Yet in the rustle of the leaves, I swear I feel a welcome call, a promise that the wild forgives even the ones who learn to fall. This is where the wild remembers me, in hollow logs and silver streams, in every trail my boots once carved, in every whisper lost in dreams. The
forest hums a fragile truth that I can still belong, still be, if I return with open hands to where the wild remembers me. Can fade to dust, the earth recalls what hearts forget, and somewhere in the old oak song lives all the love I can't regret. So I will walk with gentler steps and breathe again with harmony, until the wild no longer sighs but speaks my name with certainty. This is where the wild remembers me, a pilgrim shaped by loss and grace, a ranger rediscovering his place in nature's warm embrace. And though the years have carved their scars, the forest holds my memory, a living map that guides me back to where the wild remembers me.
I've sung through wars and weary nights, turned sorrow into silver sound. I learned to mask my trembling heart with melodies the world found proud. A bard is meant to lift the lost, to spin the pain to gentle gold. But every song I carried forth grew heavy as my spirit old. For even sweetest ballads fade when silence settles in the bones. And all the notes I used to trust now tremble like they're not my own. This is when the music failed me, when no tune rose to meet my grief, when every chord I used to cherish couldn't give my heart relief. I reached for words that once healed wounds, but found them hollow, lost, unfree. And in that quiet breaking point, the music finally failed me. I've sung for kings and dying friends, for lovers caught in twilight scars. But songs can only mend so much before they fall like broken stars. There came a night I could not sing, my voice collapsed beneath its weight. For every tale that I had told could not rewrite a crueler fate. What good is all a minstrel's art when truth outgrows the lines we write? When all the rhymes we cling to dear can't drown the ache of endless night. This is when the music failed me, when no refrain but even song refused my plea. And in that hollow, breathless space, the music finally failed me. But broken instruments can mend, and silent hearts can learn again. Perhaps the song was never meant to shield me from the weight of men. Perhaps a voice is strongest when it cracks beneath the honesty. For sometimes losing all our notes can teach us deeper harmony. So when the music failed me once, I learned a truth I couldn't see, that healing doesn't always come from melodies or mastery. And though my voice may falter still, I'll sing with raw sincerity. For in the silence that remains, the music rises back in me.
I walk where lantern light won't reach, where every shadow knows my name. The steel I carry hums like grief, a quiet oath I never tame. They call me ghost, they call me blade, but I remember every face. Each life I took still lingers here, a weight I never learned to brace. I wash in rivers cold as bone, I scrub until my skin turns red, but no water hides the truth I own. The stains are deeper than the dead. My hands were never clean, not once, not in my dreams. Every soul I severed still clings to me. I was forged in silence, sharpened by the unseen. And though the world forgets, my hands were never clean. A whispered name, a coin exchanged, that's all it takes to change a fate. But even killers fear the night, when all their ghosts begin to wake. I see them in the torchlight smoke, their eyes like wounds that never close. I swear I hear their final breaths, rising where the cold wind blows. The guilt says mercy is a lie, but mercy haunts me more each day. For in the dark I face the truth, it wasn't death that led me astray. My hands were never clean, not once, not in my dreams. Every life I ended still lingers in me. I was shaped by shadows, bound to what I've seen. And even if I'm free, my hands were never clean. If there's a God who listens to the killers and the cursed, then
hear me as I whisper the confession I rehearsed. I never sought redemption, just the courage to believe that even blades like mine can learn what it means to bleed. My hands were never clean, a truth I can't unsee. But if the dawn still finds me, I'll try to breathe. For every ghost behind me and all that I have been, I walk into the light, though my hands were never clean. My voice once danced through tavern halls, a spark that warmed the coldest room. I wove the night with silver threads, a melody to banish gloom. But silence crept like winter frost. It stole the breath from every chord and left me staring at the lute that no song answers anymore. They say a bard is nothing less than all the stories they can sing. But what becomes of wandering souls when silence steals their everything? Silence took my voice, left an echo where it rang, a hollow where the verses lived, a trembling where the rhythm sang. I reached for notes I used to hold, but only stillness meets my choice. A bard without a single sound. Silence took my voice. I tried to hum forgotten tunes, to chase the spark I used to be. But every breath escaped my grasp. Each word dissolved too quietly. The crowd still ask for lullabies, for tales that shape their memories. But I can only bow my head, a sinner to my melodies. My lips recall the sacred lines, my hands remember every key. Yet nothing rises from my throat, as if the song abandoned me. Silence took my voice, a thief no bard could ever see. It crept between my beating heart and stole the soul of harmony.
Somewhere in the quiet dark, a fragile truth begins to bloom. A voice is more than sound or tone. It's every heart that shared the room. And if the gods return my breath, I'll sing with more than skill or art. I'll sing with every wound I've earned, a truer voice inside my heart. And though silence took my voice, I feel a flicker rising slow, a whispered hum, a newborn strain, a seed of song I used to know. I'll find the notes within the hush and let my heart restore its poise. For even silence cannot end the voice that made my choice. The wind once knew my every breath. It carried whispers of my name. I walked the wild as if it were a childhood friend that never changed. But seasons shift and forests fade, and I've returned a stranger now, a wanderer with weathered hands who's lost the path he once knew how. For time can turn the softest grove into a shrine of memories, and all I loved became a place that only lives in ancient trees. This is where the wild remembers me, in broken trails and distant leaves, in rivers shaped by former steps, in echoes only night perceives. I left my heart among the roots, a ghost of who I used to be. And now I wander seeking proof of where the wild remembers me. I hear the wolves cry differently, not warning me but mourning me. They sense the weight I've carried home, a hunter scarred by what he's seen. I tried to hold the forest close, to walk the way I did before, but wounds have ways of changing us, and even home shuts quiet doors. Yet in the rustle of the leaves, I swear I feel a welcome call, a promise that the wild forgives even the ones who learn to fall. This is where the wild remembers me, in hollow logs and silver streams, in every trail my boots once carved, in every whisper lost in dreams. The forest hums a fragile truth that I can still belong, still be. If I return with open hands to where the wild remembers me, for though the past can fade to dust, the earth recalls what hearts forget, and somewhere in the old oak song lives all the love I can't regret. So I will walk with gentler steps and breathe again with harmony, until the wild no longer sighs, but speaks my name with certainty. This is where the wild remembers me, a pilgrim shaped by loss and grace, a ranger rediscovering his place in nature's warm embrace. And though the years have carved their scars, the forest holds my memory, a living map that guides me back to where the wild remembers me. I've sung through wars and weary nights, turned sorrow into silver sound. I learned to mask my trembling heart with melodies the world found proud. A bard is meant to lift the lost, to spin the pain to gentle gold. But every song I carried forth grew heavy as my spirit old. For even sweetest ballads fade when silence settles in the bones, and all the notes I used to trust now tremble like they're not my own. This is when the music failed me, when no tune rose to
I've sung for kings and dying friends, for lovers caught in twilight scars. But songs can only mend so much before they fall like broken stars. There came a night I could not sing, my voice collapsed beneath its weight. For every tale that I had told could not rewrite a crueler fate. What good is all a minstrel's art when truth outgrows the lines we write? When all the rhymes we cling to dear can't drown the ache of endless night. This is when the music failed me, when no refrain could lift my chest, when every vow I made in tune lay quiet, tattered, dispossessed. I begged the strings to save my soul, but even song refused my plea. And in that hollow, breathless space, the music finally failed me. But broken instruments can mend, and silent hearts can learn again. Perhaps the song was never meant to shield me from the weight of men. Perhaps a voice is strongest when it cracks beneath the honesty. For sometimes losing all our notes can teach us deeper harmony. So when the music failed me once, I learned a truth I couldn't see, that healing doesn't always come from melodies or mastery. And though my voice may falter still, I'll sing with raw sincerity. For in the silence that remains, the music rises back in me. The dawn once crowned my armor gold, a herald of the righteous flame. I walked with certainty and faith, a soldier bearing heaven's name. But wars are built on trembling hearts, and even light can learn to fade. The prayers I speak feel hollow now, as if the gods have turned away. I swore that I would never bend, that purity would make me whole. But every vow becomes a weight too heavy for a wounded soul. My oath is breaking, I
feel the fracture in my chest. The vow I carved into my spirit can't survive the things I've met. I'm holding on to something that no longer feels like me. Oh gods, forgive the truth I speak. My oath is breaking quietly. I saved the lost, I burned the damned, I carried hope like sacred steel. But heroes bleed like common men, and faith is harder when you feel. There are nights the mirror shows a stranger in my shattered gleam, a knight who stands on shaking knees, questioning what honor means. If virtue lives in flawless hearts, then I was doomed before the start. For I have loved and I have feared, and let the darkness play its part. My oath is breaking, a truth I never meant to speak. The armor that once sheltered me grows heavier with every week. I'm praying for the courage to admit what I can't be, for even holy blades can dull. My oath is breaking quietly. But broken things still carry light. A fractured star still guides the blind. If heaven cannot hear my cries, then let this be my vow resigned. I'll fight not for perfection's hand, but for the fragile and the weak. And maybe in my breaking heart, I'll find the strength I couldn't keep. My oath is breaking, yet somehow I still stand, not holy, not unshaken, just a battered and mortal man. And if the gods still watch me, they'll see what I believe. A broken oath can shine again in the truth that makes me breathe.
They whisper as I pass them by. The leaves recoil from who I am, a pilgrim marked by whispered lies. I once was child of living green, a keeper of the sacred breath. But choices carved in wounded earth have bound my hands to quiet death. For nature does not judge in words, it speaks in wilted branch and vine. And every withered leaf I see feels like a warning cast in time. The forest knows my sins, it hums them in the wind and rain. It echoes through the hollow bark and sighs beneath the weight of pain. I kneel before the moss and loam and pray the earth forgives again. But roots remember everything. The forest knows my sin. I once could call the storms to rest, could bid the rivers change their course. But power wielded carelessly can turn a blessing to remorse. A fire born from my own hand, a drought I summoned in my pride. The balance trembled when I failed, and nature heard the tears I hide. I tried to mend what I had broken, but wounded soil remembers flame. And even beasts avert their gaze as if they speak my hidden shame. The forest knows my sins, it claims them in its ancient voice. In every grove where shadows stir, it tells the cost of reckless choice. The spirits watch with distant eyes, their silence cutting deeper than the bite of any mortal blade. The forest knows my sins, yet still I walk these sacred paths, a wanderer of ash and leaf. For even those who falter may find mercy in their grief. If I can learn the patient rhythm to breathe with earth to heal its heart, perhaps forgiveness sprouts anew where once I tore the world apart. The forest knows my sins, but still it lets me walk the shade. And in its quiet ancient hymn I hear a chance to be remade. For though I bear the weight of wrongs, I bloom with hope beneath its skin, and trust the roots to guide me where the forest heals my sins.
There is no night that's truly still, not while his voice lives under mine. He speaks in cracks between my thoughts, a serpent coiled around my spine. I begged for strength when I was weak, a plea carved deep in trembling bone. But power given by the void was never meant to be my own. He doesn't shout or roar or rage, no silence is his chosen blade. A whisper soft as falling ash that cuts me deeper than a spade. My master is never silent, never grants me quiet. I've tried to drown him in the crowd, in battle cries and clashing steel. But even as the chaos swells, his subtle voice is all I feel. He tells me truths I shouldn't know. He names the stars that should not burn, and every spell he channels through takes more than I'll ever return. His whispers bloom behind my ribs, a phantom hand upon my soul. He claims my fears, my hopes, my sins, and molds them into his control. My master is never silent, a shadow in my every breath. His presence like a constant storm I carry heavy in my chest. I cast the spells he gifted me, but tremble at the cost they write, for he is always speaking in the marrow of my night. But once, just once, I raised my voice against the dark that forged my chains. I felt him falter for a breath, as if surprised that I remained. He whispered, then defiance blooms in those who fear their destiny. And in that moment I understood, he wants a weapon made of me. My master is never silent, but still I try to stand. For though he holds the broken parts I never meant to give his hand, I'll find the strength between his words, a truth he cannot overwrite, to prove that even haunted souls can learn to claim their light.
The night I offered up my name, the stars refused to shine for me. A broken prayer upon my lips, a heart that begged to be set free. Then from the void a trembling hand, a promise carved in living flame. It told me power has a cost, and I would never be the same. I felt the fire crawl within, a hunger older than the sky. But desperation blinds the weak, and I was far too young to cry. It is the pact that burns my soul, a binding I cannot control.
still it burns my soul. I speak the words that scar the air. I bend the world with borrowed might. Yet every spell I cast tonight feels like I'm losing one more light. My patron waits behind the veil, a godless king of whispered dread. His voice drips down my trembling spine, a crown of thorns around my head. He calls me child of broken vows. He says I'm his and his alone. But when I try to stand my ground, I find his will inside my bones. It is the pact that burns my soul, a flame no mortal could control, a bargain carved in curses scrolls, a chain disguised as arcane law. I beg for strength, I paid the toll, and now I walk where shadows crawl. No matter how I plead or fall, the pact still burns my soul. Yet in the fire I taste truth. Power never leaves for free. If I must turn to ash tonight, then let it be by choice, not plea. I'll face the king who made me kneel. I'll meet his darkness eye to eye. For even those consumed by flame can choose the way they burn or die. It is the pact that burns my soul, but I am not the same as old. I forge my fate from searing coal, a rebel carved from ruins draw. If this is how the story's told, then let the heavens lose control. For though the pact still claws its hold, I choose what burns my soul.
I never meant to wear the mask, but life is cruel to honest men. The streets taught me to shape my smile, to twist the truth and breathe again. A harmless lie becomes a shield, a sharpened word, a stolen name. And slowly, piece by piece, I built a version of myself to blame. But every tale I spun for them became a thread around my heart, until I couldn't tell apart the me I was and what I are. It was a lie I learned to love, a softer truth I could believe, a mask that held my shivering hands when real ones always chose to leave. I built a life of crafted smiles, a story no one could above, and somewhere in the web I wove was born the lie I learned to love. They say rogues lie to get ahead, to trick, deceive, to take and run. But liars often lie the most, to shield a part they can't outrun. I used to think I played the world, a clever fox, a silver tongue. But now I know the cruelest trick was thinking lies could keep me young. The truth was heavy, sharp as glass, so I replaced it with a song, a tale where I was someone else, someone who never could belong. It was a lie I learned to love, a comfort woven out of fear, a whisper saying you're enough, when no real voice was ever near. But lies are seeds in barren soil, they bloom and choke the heart thereof, until you cannot tell the truth from the lie you learned to love. If I could strip the mask away, would there be anything beneath, or just the hollow of a man who lost himself to his own myth? Perhaps the truth is something small, a fragile spark I still might save. If I can learn to face myself without the stories that I gave, it was a lie I learned to love, but love built solely on disguise will crumble when the dawn arrives, and shadows fail to hide my eyes. So let me try for once to breathe without the tales I'm guilty of, to find the man I buried deep under the lie I learned to love.
I never meant to love the rage, but it was all I understood. A fire fed by shattered bones, a storm that drowned the better good. The tribe once carved my destiny, said fury was the path to live. But power born from broken hearts takes more than it will ever give. I tried to cage the beast inside, but wild blood never stays contained. And every time the drums ignite, I lose the man I once proclaimed. There's blood on my knuckles, and I don't know whose it is. The battle roars around me like a truth I can't dismiss. Was it theirs or was it mine? The price of every blow I swing. My hands were forged in violence, and they only know one thing. meant to wear. For strength without a guiding heart is just destruction wearing flesh. I wonder if I'll ever learn to fight the chaos I possess. There's blood on my knuckles, and the truth is hard to face. The more I swing, the more I lose the pieces I cannot replace. Was it honor, was it fear that led me to this endless ring? My hands were born in violence, and they only know one thing. All that shapes my path, then let me choose its end at last. Let thunder follow where I walk, but not define the die I cast. For if the gods still look my way, let them see the man beneath the flame, the one who fights to tame the storm and take back what became his shame. There's blood on my knuckles, but now I know it's mine. The wounds I've carried all my life are ones I can't leave behind. Yet still I lift my trembling fist to carve a fate worth battling. For even forged in violence, my hands can learn to fight for peace. Was a child of quiet roads, a wanderer with empty hands. But hunger teaches desperate truths, and so I listened where I stand. A voice beneath the hollow earth, a tongue older than breath and bone. It offered power for a price I thought I faced alone. But promises are chains in silk, and secrets always find their mark. I thought I owned the voice I heard, but it was waiting in the dark. It was the whisper that broke me, soft as winter on my skin, a vow carved in my heartbeat that I cannot silence again. I traded fear for fire, but the fire's burning me. Oh gods, I'm still the prisoner of the whisper that broke me. It speaks in dreams I cannot flee, in every shadow by my side. It tells me what I must become, not what remains of who I tried. My friends still call me by my name, but that name flickers like a flame. For every spell I cast tonight,
feels less like strength and more like blame.
The pact was inked in more than blood. It seeped into my very soul. I thought I'd rise above my fear, but now the fear is in control. It was the whisper that broke me, the promise I let in, a shadow draped around me, where my courage once had been. I begged for just a fragment of the power I could see. Now everything I am is what the whisper made of me. If freedom has a language, I've forgotten every word. For silence is a stranger when his voice must still be heard. But if there's strength in breaking all the chains we swore to keep, then let this be my final plea before the pact swallows me deep. It was the whisper that broke me, but breaking's how I heal. If I must burn the bond away, then let the heavens feel for every curse inside me, for all I'll never be. I stand against the darkness of the whisper that broke me. I never sought to steal the grave, nor bend the bones to heed my call. But grief can carve a bitter path when sorrow builds a crumbling wall. The first I raised was out of love, a hand I couldn't bear to lose. But magic born from shattered hearts will twist the truth you try to choose. Now every night the earth grows thin, I feel the dead beneath my feet. They stir whenever I draw breath, as if my pulse commands their beat. They rise because of me. Not fate, not gods, not prophecy. Each soul I call unearths the guilt I swore I'd never let them see. My hands became a doorway where none were meant to be. The dead return in silent steps, and they rise because of me. They gather in the moonlit dust, a quiet army formed from pain.
reflect my past like mirrors soaked in ghostly rain. They do not blame, they do not weep, their hearts no longer beat or break. But in their stillness lies a truth that I can't run from, can't unmake. For every life the grave reclaimed, I tore the veil to set them free. But freedom bound to borrowed flesh is nothing but a tragedy. They rise because of me, a burden shaped by memory. I hear their steps behind my own, a walking hymn to misery. I never meant to bind them to fate's cold tyranny, yet still they march where I command and rise because of me. If love had not betrayed my heart, would I have learned this cursed art? If loss had not unmade my soul, would I have tried to fill the hole? I walk between what death forgave and what the living could not see. A shepherd to the sleepless grave, a keeper of eternity. They rise because of me, but now I finally see, if I must bear this endless weight to keep their spirits wandering free, then let the world condemn me, let judgment fall like tide or tree, for I'll endure 1,000 sins if they rise because of me.
The morning used to welcome me, its golden warmth across my brow. But now the dawn feels distant, cold, a stranger to the oath I vowed. I carry years of holy wars, their echoes carved into my chest, and every wound that should have healed still burns beneath my battered vest.
They say that faith is endless fire, a flame no shadow could undo.
But flames will dim when hearts grow tired, and mine is losing all its hue. This is the light that fades in me, a glow once bright as heaven's gate. It flickers like a dying prayer, a hope to
only the quiet certainty. This is the light that fades in me. I've stood before unholy kings, faced horrors mortals dare not speak, yet none have chilled my soul as much as knowing faith can feel this weak. My brothers raise their banners high, their voices strong in sacred hymns, while I stand lost among their ranks, a weary ghost in armor's rims.
I pray to gods I once believed, my whispers more like trembling pleas.
For even saints can fall from grace when burdened by their memories. This is the light that fades in me, a lantern struggling in the rain. I clutch it tight with shaking hands, though every spark escapes again. If holiness demands perfection, then I was never meant to be. For I can feel the quiet truth, the light is fading out of me. But fading doesn't mean it's gone. A dying star still warms the night. Perhaps the gods don't ask for more than honest hearts that choose to fight. So if my glow is faint at best, let it shine where it matters most. For even embers hold a strength to guide the lost, defend the ghost. This is the light that fades in me, but still I lift it to the sky. Though dim it burns with what remains of every oath I cannot hide. A wounded faith, a humble flame that hopes the dawn will one day see. Not all that's lost is gone for good. Not all that fades is meant to be.
Never meant to wear the mask, but life is cruel to honest men. The streets taught me to shape my smile, to twist the truth and breathe again. A harmless lie becomes a shield, a sharpened word, a stolen name. And slowly, piece by piece, I built a version of myself to blame. But every tale I spun for them became a thread around my heart, until I couldn't tell apart the me I was and what I art. It was a lie I learned to love, a softer truth I could believe, a mask that held my shivering hands when real ones always chose to leave. I built a life of crafted smiles, a story no one could above, and somewhere in the web I wove was born the lie I learned to love. They say rogues lie to get ahead, to trick, deceive, to take and run. But liars often lie the most, to shield the part they can't outrun. I used to think I played the world, a clever fox, a silver tongue. But now I know the cruelest trick was thinking lies could keep me young. The truth was heavy, sharp as glass, so I replaced it with a song, a tale where I was someone else, someone who never could belong. It was a lie I learned to love, a comfort woven out of fear, a whisper saying you're enough, when no real voice was ever near. But lies are seeds in barren soil, they bloom and choke the heart thereof, until you cannot tell the truth from the lie you learn to love. If I could strip the mask away, would there be anything beneath, or just the hollow of a man who lost himself to his own myth? Perhaps the truth is something small, a fragile spark I still might save, if I can learn to face myself without the stories that I gave. It was a lie I learned to love, but love built solely on disguise will crumble when the dawn arrives, and shadows fail to hide my eyes. So let me try for once to breathe without the tales I'm guilty of, to find the man I buried deep under the lie I learned to love.
I was a child of quiet roads, a wanderer with empty hands. But hunger teaches desperate truths, and so I listened where I stand. A voice beneath the hollow earth, a tongue older than breath and bone. It It offered power for a price I thought I faced alone. But promises are chains in silk, and secrets always find their mark. I thought I owned the voice I heard, but it was waiting in the dark. It was the whisper that broke me, soft as winter on my skin, a vow carved in my heartbeat that I cannot silence again. I traded fear for fire, but the fire's burning me. Oh gods, I'm still the prisoner of the whisper that broke me. It speaks in dreams I cannot flee, in every shadow by my side. It tells me what I must become, not what remains of who I tried. My friends still call me by my name, but that name flickers like a flame. For every spell I cast tonight feels less like strength and more like blame. The pact was inked in more than blood. It seeped into my very soul. I thought I'd rise above my fear, but now the fear is in control. It was the whisper that broke me, the promise I let in, a shadow draped around me, where my courage once had been. I begged for just a fragment of the power I could see. Now everything I am is what the whisper made of me. If freedom has a language, I've forgotten every word. For silence is a stranger when his voice must still be heard. But if there's strength in breaking all the chains we swore to keep, then let this be my final plea, before the pact swallows me deep. It was the whisper that broke me, but breaking's how I heal. If I must burn the bond away, then let the heavens feel. For every curse inside me, for all I'll never be, I stand against the darkness of the whisper that broke me. The weight of steel grows heavier once it felt like second skin. The shield I carried proudly now trembles where my scars begin. I used to think endurance meant that pain was something I could tame. But years of war have carved the truth. No mortal walks out quite the same. I've stood through storms and burning fields, through fear no soldier wants to meet. But now each step reminds me of the strength that's slipping from my feet. This is the strength I cannot keep, a fading ember growing weak. The fire that once fueled my blade now flickers every time I speak. I'm fighting not to fall apart, to guard the vows I swore to keep. But even heroes weep at night for strength they cannot keep. The younger men look up to me, a veteran of endless wars. They do not see the quiet truth, the shaking hands, the hidden sores. I teach them courage, teach them stance, yet hide the breaking in my bones. For leaders often wear a mask to keep their soldiers feeling whole. If courage blooms in fragile hearts, then mine is just a wilted seed. I pour out everything I have, yet never fill the wounds that bleed. This is the strength I cannot keep, a burden aging deep within. And though I hold the battle line, my body yields beneath my skin. I've stood too long, I've bled too much. My shadows gather in a heap. I mourn the power once I wielded, the strength I cannot keep. But maybe strength is more than might, more than the muscle, blade, or cry. Perhaps it lives in choosing when to bow the head and not deny. If fate has taken what I had, then let it take what's left with grace. For even weakened warriors earn peace within a resting place. This is the strength I cannot keep, but losing it won't end my fight. For in the fading of my flame, I find a gentler kind of light. I stand here not for victory, but for the ones I vow to keep, even if I do so shaking with strength I cannot keep.
The arcane river flows in me, a current wild and unrestrained. I taste the sparks along my skin, I hear the whispers uncontained. They say a mage commands his craft, that knowledge chains the storm within. But every tome I've ever read can't calm the trembling in my hands. For power blooms with hungry roots, and even wisdom fails to soothe the truth I learned the day I saw magic take a step from me in fear.
Magic fears me too. It shivers when I call its name. It knows the fire in my blood could turn the world to smoke and flame. I see the runes recoil in light, the sigils shift like they withdrew. For I am not the only one who's terrified
of what I do. I've watched enchantments lose their form and wards unravel at my touch. I've seen illusions scream awake as if my presence was too much. The elders warned I walk a line where mortal breath and chaos meet, a boundary fragile as the dust that trembles underneath my feet. I mastered spells with shaking voice, but mastery is not control. For sometimes magic moves away as though it fears my fractured soul.
Magic fears me too. It dims when I begin to weave, as if it senses in my heart a deeper storm it can't relieve. I feel its tension in the air, like thunder choosing where to fall. And in that stillness, truth appears. Magic fears the strength I call. What mage am I if even spells refuse the shape I ask them hold? What future waits for one whose gift is far too fierce to roar, too bold?
magic fears me too, but still it answers when I plead. A fragile pact of trembling hands between the force and what I need. And though we dance on shards of fate, I'll learn to guide it as it grew. For I am more than fear alone, and magic learns from me as I learn from it too. I walk where every lantern dims, where whispers cling to crooked stone. The alleys carve my legacy, a life the daylight's never known. I used to think the dark was safe, a place to hide my trembling fears. But shadows learn to recognize the footsteps they've received for years. And now they greet me like an old companion shaped from smoke and blame. For every lie I've ever lived, the shadows learn to speak my name. The shadows know my name. They echo it in muted breath, a silent choir that follows me through every theft and every death. I try to run from who I am, but masks fall off in torchlight flame. And when the world forgets my face, the shadows still recall my name. The Thieves' Guild marks me as their own, a ghost with quick and patient hands. But underneath the agile grin lies someone no one understands. I carved a life from secrecy, from sleight of hand and half-told tales. But every trick I played on them left deeper cuts beneath my veils. For even darkness keeps a truth that rogues can never fully tame, a debt that whispers in the gloom, a vow that trembles with my name. The shadows know my name. They trace it on the cobblestones, a haunting hymn that binds my steps to every path I've walked alone. And though I chase another life, the guilt inside me burns the
softly call my name. Yet somewhere deep within the dark, a spark remains untouched by fear, a fragment of the person lost to years of hiding, year by year. If I can learn to trust the light, to face the dawn without disdain, perhaps one day I'll choose a life where shadows need not know my name. But for tonight they follow me, these echoes of the choices made, a truth etched in the quiet night that even thieves cannot evade. For when all else has turned away and no one's left to bear the blame, the dark still whispers honestly, the shadows know your name. I set out with a steady bow, a tracker born of silent ground. The forest parted for my steps, the wind revealed each subtle sound. I followed trails of shattered bark, the scent of fear, the fading tracks. Believing I was hunting prey, but never saw what hunted back. For some pursuits are meant to scar, to carve a truth you cannot flee. And I was never quite the same after the hunt that altered me. This is the hunt that changed me. The moment something broke inside, where instinct faltered, heart stood still, and truth refused a place to hide. I faced a beast of ancient wrath, but found a mirror in its plea. A soul just trying to survive. The hunt that changed me. It wasn't claws that stopped my breath, nor fangs that set my pulse aflame. But eyes that held a quiet pain, too close to one I dared not name. In that brief pause the forest hushed, as if the world refused to turn. And I saw clearly for the first time how mercy feels before it burns.
I lowered arrows meant to kill. My hands a tremble, barely free, for in that beast's unspoken truth I saw the hunter meant to be. This is the hunt that changed me, the path that split beneath my stride, where right and wrong blurred into ash, and instinct failed to be my guide. I spared a life I feared and knew, and found compassion's rare decree, a choice that haunts me tenderly. The hunt that changed me. Now every trail I walk reminds that hearts can shift like drifting leaves, that even killers born of night no pain, no fear, know what they grieve. And though the world still calls me hunter, my bow remembers what I've seen, a moment where the wild spoke and taught me who I've truly been. This is the hunt that changed me. Its echo follows where I roam. I walk with quieter footsteps now, a kinder rhythm in my bones. Forever